Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Pretty Sexy Driver Brand, aka Stunner Assassin. And of course, it's been a moment, not a minute, over here on your girl's YouTube channel. Of course, you see your girl is now a redhead, and I have on my lovely press-ons from Lawful Nails that I got off TikTok Shop. But I decided I would make a video because I have not given y'all an update what has been currently going on in your girl's life. So, starting off with the heavy blows and the heavy lows. I'm gonna go ahead and let you all know I no longer work for Victoria's Secret. And I personally chose to leave the company because of things that were going on behind the scenes and not, being handled correctly or properly. And one incident that really helped me make this decision was something that occurred not too long back at Victoria's Secret, which was I heard a manager of mine overtelling a shipment people that were dropping us off items to put out in the store, my personal business. And on one hand, I understand, because we were engaging in conversation and maybe she thought she was protecting me, but also, all in another sense, I felt like she did it because, he asked her and she just wanted to confirm for him. And no, I didn't confront her or anything like that. And I know a lot of people are like, well, why you didn't go to HR? Because I went to HR on Victoria's Secret about, I know, three to four times about other incidents that have occurred in the workplace, and they kind of been brushed under the rug or like swept away. Far as like saying, oh, well, because you're a part-time employee, this is why this may be happening and you're not understanding. Like, pretty much, I got a quick brush off. So if anybody's kind of curious why I didn't go to HR, I've already went to them in the past. They didn't really help change or fix anything. Well, I'm not gonna say they didn't help change anything, because they did change something, but they didn't fix like an initial problem that was still going on within the environment. But there was one reason. And then another reason is because since I've been working at Victoria's Secret, I've never made like any complaints about people. When I say complaints, I haven't went up to management and been like, oh, such and such is doing this, such and such is doing that. But I realized that when it's me and certain other people around, I get a different demeanor, a different attitude, a different tone versus when the higher ups are around. And I am a person that I believe you give what you take and you give what you put out. And if I was never disrespectful to you, but if you were disrespectful to me, I knew I had to go because it was weighing on me mentally. Like, I was stressed out every time I would get the schedule and be like, oh my gosh, who do I have to go to work with today? And what am I gonna have to deal with today? And what kind of environment am I gonna have to deal with today? And I'm not gonna say my experience there was always bad, but I am gonna say this as someone that was coming in there doing my job, making my sales, making sure bras were sold, making sure things were put out, always going the extra mile. I learned that it didn't matter. It didn't matter how hard I worked. It didn't matter how much work I did. It didn't matter how good of a person I was. It didn't matter how much I was willing to put forth as a salesperson and as someone that was supposed to be part of a team and a family that was based off of loyalty. I now realize that I never was getting into those things. I was pretty much just a placeholder for some people. And guess what? When I chose to resign, I knew that I was gonna lose my financial stability, my source of income. But I sometimes feel like we should not put our self-worth in front of a dollar sign. And when I say that, I'm saying, like, you shouldn't let people belittle you. You shouldn't have people telling your personal business to other people when the other person or other people could have asked me or those people that a question that they could have gotten answered themselves. And I just realized, like, I was not being respected and not being valued. And I know it may sound like I'm hurt or I'm disappointed, but actually, y'all, I'm very proud of myself because I stood up when I needed to inside of the workplace, and I stood up for myself when I finally decided to leave up out of this place that was causing me very much distress, very much so high anxiety, very much so just never knowing what I was gonna walk into. And as someone that's worked in many years of retail, that is not an environment that you can thrive in, that you should want to be in, especially when there are cliques, circles, and then behind the scenes discussions in group chats that should not even be a thing, but they are. But to move forth and beyond that, y'all, I'm now just doing applications every day. I'm getting back into like streaming, back to being hopefully a beauty influencer, working on that, and just like I always do whenever I get, a little off the track, I'm rebuilding myself to put myself in higher stances to work on a better me, a brighter me, and hopefully a more impactful and positive light of me. And I will say this, I will always appreciate Victoria's Secret for these things. It taught me that no matter how the world sees you, as long as you're a good person, you will always be beautiful. It taught me that just because everybody has a ugly perception of you, it is not always the real perception of you, especially when you meet others. And thirdly, and last but not leastly, it taught me that don't be in rooms looking for inclusivity when you're already the impact and the inclusivity that the room needed and should have had in. And I don't say that with any malice or intent, but I say that with an understanding of that. I know what I brought there. I know also what I'm taking with me from leaving there. But yeah, you guys, that is it. This is not going to be a long video. I just want to tell everyone thank y'all for liking, commenting, subscribing, and showing your girl love over here on YouTube. And hopefully I will have some new either gaming or makeup or like some new beauty influence vlog up soon. But everyone just stay positive, keep pushing, keep going forward, and be the light that you want to be, and walk and be the shine that you want to see. Anyway, it's been your girl, Pretty Sexy Out of the Brand, aka Sonic Stasson. And until next time, bye y'all.